Hey guys, Amy here with Leap of Faith Crafting. Thanks so much for stopping by. So today I thought I would talk on how to get cool kind of glyphs and special characters and things like that from fonts that you have downloaded. So if you follow me, you know I love Creative Fabrica and I download, and that's pretty much where I get all of my fonts since I can use them for personal and commercial use with the yearly subscription. And I will link all this below, and you can even give it a try with some free credits down there. So the first thing, let me just show you when I go into Creative Fabrica, I'm just going to go into my downloads of things I've already, and type in, okay, so this is called the Daryl Allura font that we're going to use first. And if you haven't done this before, the only thing when you get into these fonts, you just click on that download button that's going to be on the page, and this is going to automatically pop up. You don't need to extract it or anything like that. You can just double click next to the open type font and that pops right up, and then you just click install. So I already have on this on my computer, so I'm not going to reinstall it. But if you're using some other program that you need to upload it to, then sometimes you have to extract it for that. But I'm going to go ahead and click out of that. So we're going to come over into Cricut Design Space here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab a text, and we're just going to type in Mark. Bring it over here so you can see it a little bit better. I'm going to go up to my fonts, and I'm in my system fonts here. So you'll have to, Cricut fonts is the default that will come up. So if you can't find it, make sure that you're in your system fonts there. So I'm just going to start typing it in and click on that. Okay, so if I'm just typing it like this, some of them will show you what the special characters are within Creative Fabrica. But if you don't know what they are, what you're going to need to use is a character map. So you can get on, if I start typing in character map, usually I'm on a PC here, so this is going to be different for a Mac. I would think you'd have a character map too, and I would think it comes on all computers. So this one is my system one. So if I go ahead and open it, it's the small little character map that comes up, but it's kind of hard to see it. But I'm going to show you on here anyway. So if I come up and go into that Daryl Allura, which I'm in, and here are all the special things. So you can see up here, it has that and, so we're going to use that, and it actually tells me what it is. It says a plus sign right there, and it actually gives me the code, because you can also copy codes and things like that, but we're not. So we can either use the plus sign, or we can click on this, click on select, and right here you can see it pops up in characters to copy. Then I'm going to hit copy on that. I'm going to come back into Cricut Design Space, double click where I want it. I want this to be at the end of this word, and then I'm going to paste it. So you can right click it and paste it, or use your shortcuts on your keyboard, Control V, Command V, and you can see it pops up right like that. And so then I'm going to type in Amy, and then I also want the swooshes. So you can see up here, there's a swoosh, a couple different swooshes, and if I hover over it, it tells me here too, it's the right square bracket, and then this one is the left square bracket. So we know that. And this is where you'll find, A's with accents and things like that if you need to do that for any of the words. So now that I know it's the brackets, I'm just going to come in here and click my bracket on my keyboard to go there, and click my right bracket on that one, and I can mess around, with this and do the front bracket or the right bracket, see which one I want. Okay, so there's a way to get into just some of the basic things with the character map on your computer. So there's also, what I like to use is there's another character map that you can download. Again, I'm on a PC, so I'm not sure for a Mac what it does, but this is a character map UWP, and it's a free download for everyone, and there's a whole bunch of different things you can do with it. I don't even know all the stuff you can do with it, but it makes things a lot bigger. So I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to open it. So this is what it looks like. Let me delete this off. Okay, so when I open it, you can already see things are much bigger on here. You can come in and change the grid size so things are smaller in here, really big, things like that. You can disable those. There's all sorts of different things you can turn on and off when you're exporting them, all sorts of different things in here you can do with. Okay, so let's say, so let's just go into that one that I just had up. Okay, and again, it pretty much does the same thing. It shows me all of these. They're just a little bit bigger, so my old eyes can see them. And again, if I hover over, say that and, it will say it's the plus sign. If I want to do a cross, it's the equal sign. So it tells me in here. But let's go into, so all the fonts are going to have different amounts of extra. Some of them won't have any. Some of them will, so you just kind of have to go into them and open them up. If you open this and your font is not in it, you might need to reinstall it on your computer, or if it's something you just installed, you'll have to close this out like you do with Cricut Design Space and open it back up. So if you download a font, just like I showed you, and it's not showing up, say within Cricut Design Space, or the WeCreate, or Xtool, or even this, you're gonna have to refresh it or exit it out and open it back up. Okay, so you can just see if I click on different fonts, you know, this one has all those extra swishes and all the fun stuff at the end. They're all a little bit different on how much they have. Some of the really big fonts, like these, you can't even see all of them. So that is an issue. I haven't figured out, even if I decrease the font size, I can't see the whole thing. So if you click on it, it does bring it over here and you can see it. Okay, so let's use this baby script. So I'm going to go ahead and add a text over here. I'm going to change this to baby script. Okay, let's type in, let's say welcome. I'll go back into my character map here, and I have baby select here. You can always click up here to filter and just start typing in. So let's see, like the E at the end, I want this to have the swoosh on it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. And down here at the bottom is the copy. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this. I'm going to come into Cricut Design Space, have my cursor at the end of it. I'm actually going to backspace to take away that E. And then I'm going to use my shortcut, my Control V, and paste that in. Again, you can right click or use your shortcuts. So that adds that on there. Let's see what else it has. So it has like this L. So let's see what that looks like in it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this L. Again, copy it, come back in here. I'm going to backspace and put that L in. Okay, so kind of fun. So this is how you can kind of put a spin on things, especially if you're designing things to sell, and make them your own. You can find all these fun things within the character maps to use. Okay, another one of my fun ones that I like is, let's see, welcome here, go into Samantha. So Samantha is one that has, this is a paid font. This is a kind of more expensive font. It's not one that you can find on Creative Fabrica, but it has, I'm going to just type up in here, Samantha, but it has tons of different glyphs. have capital and lowercase. So you can see, you know, just for the H, it has all of these. And it's hard to see because they go down so far, but if you click on them, it does. So you can do all sorts of fun stuff. So let's say on like this E, so it has kind of the swoosh, and then it has a bunch of dialects and things like that that have things on top. So even let's do the L here. So we want to use this one. I'm going to copy this one. Again, come over here. I'm going to double click it, backspace, so I remove that one and put that L in there. And get a little big. Okay, so with this one you can make so much because they have so many different things. Let's see. On the E, they have swishes that go forward, and then, you know, swishes that do all sorts of things. So the first one is usually the regular one. I'm going to go ahead and copy this. And again, paste that. And start overlapping and things like that. Okay, so that's just a way that you can get in and, you know, find different glyphs, make things your own, just have some fun with just more than the basic font that they give you. So just getting into that character map and finding the glyph you want and then copying and pasting it into your program. So if you're in like Adobe Illustrator, it automatically has a glyph section that you can just pull up, which is wonderful. Not sure if any of these, the other creative programs and things like that will start coming out with that. Hope that helped getting you started. So make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any more tutorials, and thanks so much for stopping by.